Alberta Teachers Union has capitulated. Danielle Smith gave the teachers every reason to defy. She invoked the notwithstanding clause and legislated a contract. When this happened in Ontario to QB education workers, it pushed them to go on an illegal strike.
Only one strike indefinitely. Please answer the question.
Yes!
And this is because it removes any role for unions to play. They can't bargain, they can't go on strike, they can't even file a lawsuit. The ATA was given two choices: defy or capitulate. They had all the momentum in the world. Just a few days ago, they held the largest demonstration in the history of the province. I spoke with around 100 teachers there, and probably 85% were in favor of defiance. The Common Front were making insinuations to a general strike, and yet out of this situation, the ATA snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. Whenever Schilling was asked how teachers would respond to back to work legislation, he said that they would have to evaluate it when they get it.
Again, we'll have to see what the bill says.
What was the point of being vague if they were going to roll over in the most egregious scenario? The email the ATA sent to their members says that they're going to launch a legal challenge. This is a cruel joke. The whole point of the notwithstanding clause is that it's notwithstanding your charter rights, and there's no basis for a challenge. Ever since Air Canada defied back to work legislation last August, governments have not used this legislation. If the ATA was going to have a chance, it needed to learn the lesson from the Air Canada strike. Back to work orders can be defeated with a strong lead. It can inspire people to fight for their rights. And this is not how you keep rights. You don't keep them by capitulating and rolling over when they're violated. You keep them by fighting for them and winning them. Instead, the leadership held a closed-door meeting, which is bullshit, by the way. There should have been general assemblies in every single local, in every school, to discuss and vote on whether or not teachers were going to abide by this legislation, on whether or not they were going to consent to having their rights revoked. Weeks ago, we called for the ATA to create democratic channels.
We must start preparing to defy back to work legislation. Democratic channels should be set up to allow teachers to discuss and vote on any attempts to force us back to work.
Instead, in a closed-door meeting, they decided to lose. The reality is, they could have won. They made the wrong decision, and public education will suffer for it. Kids will suffer. And these events show why we need a communist leadership of the labor movement. We've argued that we need to act decisively, that the strength of working class people comes from our ability to strike, our unity, and our numbers, and not from the element of surprise, that there's no need to be vague, and most importantly, that what we're fighting here is a class war. Danielle Smith is trying to make workers pay for the crisis of capitalism. You can email or write to UCP MLAs all you want. They are not collaborators. They are not our friends. They are class enemies. Schilling talked about wanting to be a partner with Danielle Smith.
I don't want to participate. I want to be a partner.
Her agenda is privatizing education. This is not something to be a partner with. And the only language these people recognize is force. They've dealt a forceful defeat to the teachers today. Tomorrow we need to inflict the same thing, but on them.